This video is going to be about how to set up a playlist for your viewers and the results from my test video on volume on, volume off for your videos. Hello, how y'all are? Here's Johnny. I'm also known as a Kajun Reseller, where I go thrifting, garage sales, estate sales, and anything I find on clearance to resell on eBay, Mercari, Etsy, and now even on Amazon, and including my 2 antique mall booths, where I do the shopping for you. But will I ever stop thrifting or garage sales? Who, not me. All right, if this is your first time watching any of my videos and coming to my channel, I want to thank you for your love and support to the channel. And if you're returning the same, I would like to thank you for always coming back and showing and watching the videos. This video is a little different, but first I want to say, if you haven't done this already, do me a favor, check below and see if that word subscribe is red. If it is red, that means you're not subscribed. Change it to gray. Right next to those 3 notification bells, make sure you hit the top one for all notifications whenever I come out with a video. And please make sure you give me a thumbs up. But most importantly, give me a comment down below. I want to first thank each and every one of you who not only participated in the original 37 that I sent out for the notification for the test. I also want to thank each and every one of you who asked to be part of it in the chat. So when I did make it available and I went on ahead and made it public, for the first day, it was strictly those who I sent the email for. The second day, I did talk about it in my video for the live morning show. And then I went on ahead and opened it for anyone else for a whole day. And I will go over the results on how many actually watched the video, how many hours I should have gotten if they did exactly what I was supposed to want to do, and if they went on ahead and muted the video where they were supposed to, how many hours should I have gotten, or if somebody didn't watch any of the intro, that I should have gotten less than that amount of watch hours. And stay tuned for the results. So without further ado, here we go. All right, I'm coming with you today with a new video. If you were part of the test of the YouTube volume on, volume off, this video I'm not only going to go over the results and show you on the computer itself, but I also will continue this video with the purpose of why I did that video, and then how to set up a playlist for your viewers. All right, hello, how y'all are? And this is part of the video where we're going to start going through, and I'm going to show you when I do this whole complete test, and once it's completely over, I will be doing a complete new video with this as part of my test, where I'll show you the whole complete video in one. Hopefully that we have our results, so I can share this with you. I actually had the time stamp for this video to start at this point where you had to mute your video, was at 4.31. So anything after that should not count if you muted your actual YouTube itself. And I'm going to go through and show you how to do that and how to get there. What you want to do is, if, for example, say you're watching somebody's playlist, where you want to go to first, you want to go to your YouTube channel, and then I'm going to use my videos as an example. Go to your main channel up here, and you can even type someone's channel list that you know you're going to be watching somebody's playlist. But because of copyrights, I'm going to use my own. But again, this is just an example. I'm going to go to my little icon right here at the top, and I'm going to click on that and go to your channel. Again, this is if you're going to watch someone else. Then I'm going to go in, and I'm going to use this because this is my very first video that I did. So I'm going to go into it. Now, if this was part of a playlist, and let me mute that. All right. And so when you're going into a video, no matter whose video you're watching, when I say mute the video, it's going to be right here at the bottom of the video. And this is part of even a live video. If you want to watch a live video and you want to go back and watch a video, any video. The theory is that if you mute this, you won't get watch hours. Where in the theory that I'm trying to prove is, will it still work and you still get the watch hours? Because when I, myself, always make sure and mention that if you go to someone's channel, make sure you look at the bottom of the screen. If the word subscribe is red, change it to gray. Go to the 3 dots right next to it and make sure you have all notifications set up and all that good stuff. But I always mention, please go back and watch a video
And then make sure you leave a comment where you found that person. Well, in this case, this is if somebody wants to do a watch list. So what the thing is, do we mute it or not? And so the theory is going to be that I'm going to do at least a 10-minute video, try to at least be 10 minutes, past the 4.31 mark. I'm writing it down on a sheet of paper because I'm also going to write the list of the 30 people that I'm sending this link to. I will be taking this video and moving it from public, and I'll be putting it on unlisted because I will be sending all those on the list the link. And that way, if you have it on the unlisted, whoever you send the link to, they will be able to watch that particular video. Now, if you make it private, no one can really watch it. So therefore, you want to make sure you put it on the unlisted when publishing this video or any video. And that's what I'm going to do with here. I'm going to make sure I do put this video on unlisted. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep an eye on and make sure all 30 people that I give the list would make a comment below. That way, when I'm done, I will then make this into a chat wide where I will then drop the link in my next morning show and have those people watch it and do the same thing and get an idea of how many people really watched the video and how many did not mute it or how they did mute it. Now, if it's been muted, I should only get 4.31 minutes, 4 minutes and 31 seconds from each of those who watched it. If those minutes are higher than, say, the whole length of the video, then that means that we do get credit for those even if it is muted. So that is our theory we're trying to work on. I'm trying to figure this out if it's going to work that way, because again, we always let everybody know when you're watching someone's playlist to mute it. Don't mute it, just make sure you bring the volume down, because if you mute it, we don't think you're getting your credit hours for people watching your videos, for your watch hours. Because again, if you're going to try to get monetized, you're going to need 1,000 subscribers and you're going to need 4,000 watch hours. Now remember, most people do not realize this, but in a calendar year of 365 days, and I'm going to use this as my example, from January 1st to December 31st is 365 days, unless there's a leap year and you have an extra day in February. But nevertheless, you're still going to get those 365 days. Now, what happens is once January 1st of the next year comes up, like say this is 21 to 21, and then January of 2022 comes up, well, guess what happens? You then move it by 1 day. So anything that you had recorded watch hours from January 1st of 2021 is now dropped off, because now you are at January 1 of 2022, and now you're at January of the 2nd of 2021. And I hope that makes it easy for you. And so every day you move into another date, the 365 day here is dropping off. So that's why it's important you keep being consistent with doing any type of video, whether it's a live, pre-recorded, whatever. The more you keep those videos going, the more your watch hours will stay according to your 365 day calendar days for your watch hours. So that's how that helps you on your channel. I've heard a lot of people say that they've lost some watch hours, and that is the only explanation, is because they're not continuously being consistent in putting out product or videos or content, whatever you want to use, whatever word it may be. But again, you got to remember the 365 day mark. Every day you come back with a new day, the end of it falls off. So you want to make sure you do have those content continuously. Now, when watching a video, even if it is a playlist, for example, I do have playlists. So let me go back here, go to my channel, and I do have a playlist. Now, most of the time, most people that have a playlist, if you click to their channel, you go to their playlist. In my situation, I have a playlist where channels that I've been a guest on, uploaded videos, guests that I've been on other channels, like this is a like video that I just liked. These are all the videos that I like, that's that playlist, but it's private. So nobody else will see that but me. But for those who want to see the other videos of my channel, you want to see like the full playlist, that's all videos. Up here is the guests that have been on channels of other channels. My TGIF sell buy now auctions, which is every other Friday. On this one is the hump day, which is every Wednesday at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And of course, the TGIF one is on every other Friday at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And then of course, my bingo. When I create the videos, I'm going to show you how to do that in a second too, as part of this video. Because I'm trying to make sure I do it as not only an educational video for when I redo this video and make it live in public to everything I'm doing for both this and the test. So I figured I'd do this to kind of give an educational part of this as well. And when I do the actual video, I will relabel the title for that video. That will be coming from this particular one I'm doing now. And then, of course, I do have my bingo, which I do every Monday at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And then, of course, my morning show that I do every morning at 8:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, Monday through Friday. And those are the communication, networking and collaborating with others, open mic, where people can come on and talk about their channel, promote their channel, or anything they may have going on their channel. But most importantly, when it's an open mic meeting, that anyone can come on and talk about a particular topic, which we usually take from the chat, or if somebody reaches out to me before a morning show, I will make sure that topic is part of that show for the next day. And again, if it's a topic that I'm not familiar with, or I don't really know the whole answer to, I will make sure I reach out to somebody who does know that topic, or does deal with that particular topic. And I've done that in the past. So those are the things that I'm looking at doing. And so now the next step is, how do you create a playlist? Now, for those who are doing lives and you're doing upcoming, the biggest thing is when I go to channels, I cannot find their upcoming videos, especially if they are programmed to be coming up live for the next week or two. And one of the things I want to create for you is, I'm going to show you how to create that to where when you go to someone's home page, the first thing you should see, and in this case, all my upcoming live videos for the week. So when you go to someone's channel, this should be the first thing you see, so that others can find it on your channel easier. Especially if you're doing an upcoming, like say an auction or pop-up, or just a typical weekly show. You want to make sure you have it up here so that others can find it easy. And to do that, you're going to go right here to your channel, go to your little icon right here, go to your channel, and I'm going to start you from the beginning. When you go there, you're going to have this screen come up. After you hit your channel, when you hit your channel, this is what's going to come up. You want to go to customize your channel. When you customize your channel, this page here that's going to come up is your main page. Now, what you want to do is right here where it says featured sections, just scroll down a little bit. You'll have your channel trailer, your featured videos, returning subscribers. But right here, this is if you do short videos, that's one of those that's automatic. But to actually add playlists, what you're going to do is go right here where it says add section. This is the easiest part. Add a section. Then there's going to be a drop box where you can pick what you want. Now in this case, I already have upcoming live streams. So when you click on it, it'll create you automatically a live stream. So that way you will be able to have that list. Now, this does not generate automatically. And I'll show you that step on how that happens once you create this list. Then if you have other types of videos, like your uploads, you want to create a single playlist, then you would create your single playlist by hitting single playlist. And then of course you can create one right here. Or one of the things that I like to do myself is to create these is when you're creating your videos, and then we're going to go now to the next step, whereas if you go to your YouTube, what you're going to do is, say you're using StreamYard or OBS or whatever platform you use to create your videos in, you have to create them there first, because there has been some mistakes that at the beginning, if somebody's doing a video, you do not want to create it in StreamYard and create it in YouTube, because then that generates 2 video lives that you're going to be doing. You don't want to do that, because that confuses a lot of people, and it's like, which one should we go to? So what you want to do is, when you go to StreamYard, and in this case that's what I use, we're going to go to StreamYard, and when you're going to go create a broadcast, you're going to create each one of your shows the way you want. Make sure when you do that, you want to create a new one. Whatever, you have to make sure your YouTube and or Facebook is linked to your StreamYard. You would then click on that YouTube channel, and then all of a sudden you'll have the description, your title. Then you want to make sure if it's public, you want to make sure it's public, private, or unlisted. And then you want to make sure you schedule it for whatever time it is for the week. When you do that, make sure you have your thumbnail ready, because when you do that, when you go to hit up thumbnail, just click on it and it'll automatically add it for you, and you hit apply. And that is the part of creating a video. Now once you create it here in StreamYard, what you want to do next is you want to go to your YouTube channel. And this is the extra step I do every week when I create all my videos for the week. I'll go to manage videos, and mine are more repetitious, so mine is a lot easier. Then you go to your content, which automatically brings you to that when you go to this part of your manager. When you go to your channel, Then you're going to go to manage your videos. Close some of these tabs. I'm going to need them all open. All right. Now, because they're going to be lives, you want to go to your live. This is your videos you uploaded. Pre-recorded, then you upload it. Then you edit it or whatever. Right here's where you're going to do your live ones. Now, when you do your live ones, these are all upcoming. So what you want to do is I take each one of my videos, and you can either click on the video, click here, or the pencil. Either one will still give you the same effect. For example, if you click on the thumbnail, it gets you here. If you do the pencil, it'll still get you here. Now, what you want to do is scroll down, because this is all your basics. This is going to be your link to your video. Then you're going to scroll down. This is going to be the date you set it for and the time. Here's where you're going to create playlist, and this is how I generated my first playlist. I will do the box. If for some reason you have a playlist that you do not have created yet, you can just hit new video, and I'll just put this is, if I can type right, link. And then I'm going to hit create. Whenever you do anything in YouTube, you want to make sure you hit, like in this case, create. Now, I'm going to go back to this. Where can I? And you're going to check off wherever you want it to be. And in this case, if you want it as a test, you check mark that one. But if you don't, you want to make sure you check off the correct one. And any one you check off, you see how this turns blue? Anything you do in your videos, you want to make sure whatever you do here, for it to save it, you have to hit the word save and turn it blue. From blue to gray, I'm sorry. It's going to turn it blue, but then you want to make sure it saves it by going gray. And the reason mine automatically went to gray is because I did not change anything at this time. Even though I'm checking it off and unchecking it, it did still save it. So then I'm done. Hit done. That's just another way you can do playlist. And then you're going to hit right here where you go to the video, you're going to hit show more. There's going to be more that comes down. If your channel is not made for kids, and you want your channel to have the actual comment section of your video, please make sure you do make sure to check off no, it's not made for kids, which is right here. Because if you do not, your videos will not be able to have a comment section for your watchers, and you will not be able to let your watchers save that video to a save watch list, or even save that video. So that's one of the things you want to make sure. Then you're going to come down, you can allow chapters where it'll break it down if there's something different going on in your video and it's a different topic, then we'll save it as chapters. Here's where I do my hashtags. Now, you have up to 500, but do not go all the way. I usually don't put no more than 12 to 15 hashtags. I try to stay between 12 and less, but not more. Now, remembering these hashtags has to do with what you're talking about or what your show is about. Do not put any other hashtags that doesn't have anything to do with your video, does not have anything to do with what you're discussing, whatever you're talking about in that video, because you can get a mark on yourself for being a spam. And you can also get your channel taken away. So that's one of the things you want to watch out for. Don't go more than 12 to 15 at the max. But you do have up to 500 characters in this box. Then also I'll make sure that all my videos, once you start setting this up, it automatically will be in your videos. You can do English, and then in my titles, descriptions is also English, because on this where it says captured certification, you will click on the drop box, and the first thing you want to make sure is this content has never aired on TV. Because if somebody's watching your channel and they cannot hear or they're hearing impaired, this will give them the ability to have the closed captured at the bottom of your video. The only reason I learned this is because I have a friend of mine who started watching my videos and said that they could not see or had the closed captured on my videos. So then I had to do some research to see why that's happening. How can I put that on the videos? And that's how it is. So make sure you check that off as well, to where anyone who is hearing impaired and wants to make sure they can still see your videos and enjoy your content, that they can still be able to have that closed capture at the bottom for them. Then I don't worry about this right here. That's automatically none. And then, of course, your standard, that is also making sure allowing embedding for your videos. And then right here is the categories. In my morning shows, and when you go to create this video, automatically it'll be under entertainment. That is automatically by default. But what I do is in my morning shows, I put educational. It's education that we talk about in the show. So that's why mine's categorized as education. And then you can also allow comments. But also right here where it says show how many viewers like this stream, I don't check it off because it doesn't give a complete count. So that way it just shows that person watching it, did they give a thumbs up or a thumbs down? That person's only going to know what they gave. They're not going to see, oh, he had 40 thumbs ups, but 6 thumbs down. That won't be showing in your video if you have that unchecked. Now, if you check it off, it will give the amount of thumbs up and thumbs downs on your videos. And I don't do that, so that way only the person who's doing the thumbs up at that time sees that it's either thumbs up or thumbs down. Now, you wonder, well, how do I know how many people gave me a thumbs down or a thumbs up on my video? So what we're going to do is we're going to go back to the main page. What you want to do is go to your dashboard. No, your content. Each video, like in this case, in this particular video, this is a pre-recorded. I have across the, if you go straight across to the end, where it says likes versus dislikes. If you hover over this number, that'll let you know. In this case, I have 222 thumbs up, but I also have 4 thumbs down. So that's okay for me because that's one thing I want to mention too. Don't worry about how many thumbs up and thumbs downs you have because even the thumbs downs are good for you because that lets YouTube know that somebody took the time to watch your video, whether it was a little bit or a long time, it doesn't matter. But they gave you the thing letting you know they did not like it, whether maybe they don't agree with you, they just didn't like the content, whatever the case may be. So whatever, that's still good for your channel because that's letting people know that somebody did interact with your content. They just didn't like it. But that's okay. Don't be upset about it because that's still good news for your channel because somebody took that time. Isn't that something? I love it. All right, in this portion of the video, I will show you the actual results. Now, what I calculated from those who watched the video, if it was muted at the point of I asked, please mute at this time and thank you, should have been no longer than per person 4 minutes and 31 seconds. Now, that also includes those who I not only sent the email to, but those who I opened it to yesterday, and this is going to be over 3 days. So hence that you'll see a different change of clothing, of wardrobe is due to the fact that this is the original video that I made, and of course the results of everyone who watched it. It was a total of like I think 157 total. I this morning had moved it from public to private to end that results of that test that I was running, and so the results should show, if I am correct, if you mute a video, that person will not, I repeat, will not get credit on watch hours. So let's see what the results show, and I'll go over it and tell you what happened and what my thought is on the total and why the total is different than what I think it is. All right, now here's the actual results of the video that I did as a test. Now, on this one, the reason there's only 81 viewers is evidently from when I had it unlisted and I sent out 37 list of people who will be part of this test to start with. So the first 37 for some reason didn't even count on this. And that was Tuesday. So Wednesday, yesterday, I did drop the link in the chat and still had it unlisted. So after the show yesterday, I changed it from unlisted to public. So when I did that, we had a total of 157 viewers. Of those 157 viewers, I actually added up for when everybody would be stopping, and I understand from what I see from the comments, because I did ask that you make a comment letting me know you're done, and what device did you use? Was it a computer, a laptop, or your phone? And for that total, it should have been 11 hours and 28 minutes for if everyone did stop it where they should have. Now, if you notice right here, with it only being 81, that's because when I went to make it public, those were the ones evidently, because I had it unlisted, those others didn't even count in this total. But because I have 6 hours and 7 minutes of these 31 people, now with this total, it is less than what I figured out to be for the whole 157. In this case, it shows here 158 up here. But again, it was only 11 hours and 28 minutes. Now, I think because this is only 6 minutes and 7 seconds is because some people do not watch the intro. So I will take in consideration with that. That's how I got only 6 hours and 7 minutes instead of the 11 hours and 28 minutes. So my theory is correct. By muting a video when watching someone in a playlist, if somebody says, oh look, I'm looking for watch hours, here's my playlist, would you help me out? And I always make a comment in that portion saying, please make sure you do not mute the video on YouTube. Now the results were from various from I did it on my computer, I did it on my phone, I had to mute the volume on the phone. There's no way you can mute it on YouTube on your phone except for muting your phone itself. Well, every one of those who either did computer or phone still went into this test results to where it is proven that no matter how you use whatever form you watch a YouTube on of a video, it still does not count for watch hours if you mute it. So with that being said, that is the results. And so that theory that I always said that do not mute a video, you can bring the volume down, but do not mute, because again, it has been proven on this particular video, it doesn't add up. So be considerate when you are watching people's videos for their watch hours. Make sure you have it on volume low if you want to do the low, but don't mute the video because they won't get the watch hours. So with that being said, that is my conclusion for this test. I hope you enjoyed the video as far as the actual beginning part of this video where I show you how to make a playlist on your channel to have people easier go and watch not only a playlist, but if you have upcoming events, how to make sure it's on the very top portion of your channel for people to find your upcoming events. With that being said, like I said before, I end each and every show, thank you so much. Love always. Please be kind to one another till we meet into another chat or a video. Later. Peace out.
Thank you.